You know, it's really, really bleak outside, so bleak that you need extra lighting on the daytime, and I think it's appropriate given the news I've just received about Iron Fist, that it's apparently the first Marvel show to be cancelled. Go and check out my Agent Carter reactions, by the way. Hello everyone, Liam Catterson here, and we're going to be reacting to episode 9 of season 2, War Without End. So like I said, 2 episodes left entirely of Iron Fist, and then that's it. I just got the word that Iron Fist was cancelled, which is a bit of a bummer. Especially with how season 2 has redeemed itself heavily, and, yeah, it's now gone. My only hope is that, not to say that, you know, Luke Cage deserves to get cancelled or whatever, but that should get cancelled, and it makes the way to create a new series, potentially, Heroes for Hire. And I think it works, given the fact that, you know, Luke Cage set up the foundations for potentially more to come for Luke and Danny, with Danny's one-off appearance on Luke Cage, in season 2. But not just that though, but we've been seeing, not just on Luke Cage, but on this show as well, Misty and Colleen interact so much, and I think that does, you know, set up a great basis for the like a Daughters of the Dragon arc. I mean, some could argue we're already, you know, going there right now, I guess, if they are spending a lot of time with each other, but, you know, it's just something I thought, you know, cause we don't want to lose these characters, but anywho, yes, we best get focused on the present rather than, you know, dwell on the future and be sad and have cookies and ice cream. Yeah. So Colleen. Is she gonna become the is she gonna wield the Iron Fist? Because Danny made that proposal, like, he said that, you should wield the fist. And I'm really, really excited. He was given that we are the Iron Fist. Sorry, I can't get over that. No, he offered that, he offered the prize to Colleen. Colleen hasn't answered yet, so yeah, it was just left on that cliffhanger. So, like I said, it'll be very, very interesting to see where things go, especially as well for Joy's side, because they've got the bull. I don't think Davos has an idea about the bull being missing, and when he does, shit will hit the fan. So, I'm really, really excited to see where things go for both, you know, the method on trying to remove the power from Davos, and Colleen's decision, because this is a big one. This is, you know, life-changing stuff. Well, no, it would be. I mean, you're considered something, I guess, out of the norm from, you know, humanity. So it's just going to be really, really interesting to see what Colleen does. But with that said, let's just go on to episode number 9, the penultimate episode ever of Iron Fist. Let's go.
Myself, I was watching over the neighborhood. For the most part, that was true, but deep down, all I really wanted was to use the fist. It would give me a sense of clarity, a release.
Would you sense that would be
power? When I couldn't
direction
find
of greed
to use it on the streets, I'd come here. I'd stay for hours and hours.
Ooh.
Till I didn't know where I ended and it began.
I'll support you, I'll train you, I'll do whatever it takes. But at the end of this, when we beat Davos, you have to take the power from him.
Colleen, please just consider.
I think I like the idea.
Consider.
Flat out no.
You
100.
are the Iron Fist.
I came of my own volition.
And why would you do that?
Because you're out of your mind, and someone has to stop you. I mean, denigrate Danny all you want. You stole the fist from him. You stole it.
You didn't.
Which means
well,
you're no
you
better
did,
than
but
the
he
criminals
denied,
you claim
and
to
you
despise.
threw your toys at the pram there on.
I mean, it makes sense that you hang out with a bunch of teenagers, because any adult, one-eyed sycophants excluded, would instantly see how full of shit you are.
Wordplay and sarcasm.
Joy!
So before you do something that you're gonna regret, just ask yourself,
I'm nervous.
is this really what you want?
I've never had greater clarity.
Oh boy. Oh shit! lighted up as well. Oh boy. Well, yeah, he must have with that force.
The Pirate Queen of Pinghai Bay.
Story that she can resonate. It's
Yeah, when I was a kid.
I was gonna say her mother.
It's a bedtime story and my mother made it.
Because she did, yes. Oh. Oh.
No one else could have told you that story.
That means your mother was here and you...
Yes. Oh.
Get him out of here. I don't even know you, and I think this is the closest thing I have to a healthy relationship.
Well. Oh. I mean, she's in a bit of a rut with Luke at the minute.
Danny. And even that's just...
Yeah, he told me.
He's out of his mind.
Maybe.
Oh, Colleen.
Nobody
I feel
is
so
born
bad for
a
her.
hero.
Oh, he's burning away her past.
Well, that was very melodramatic.
Turk?
Keep your shoulders down.
Turk! She knows a guy, of course it's Turk.
Sorry.
I know how to handle a gun.
Because you've been on the firing range one time?
I think the technical term is patricide, although I'm not sure it applies to the repeatedly undead.
Ooh.
Necrocide is more like it.
And your sister let me call you a pussy. Well, go to town, daddy killer.
Oh my lord.
That one.
How does everyone
Kinda
know
random.
Turk?
At first, I was driving around to save my own ass. But the boss means what he says. He really wants to change things.
You know, mate, you can pull your head out of his arse.
I am a much better person than you. And look at me.
Oh boy, Joy. Joy. I mean, she's no saint, but...
Most people.
Oh, you are
What
not...
up?
No,
You made a wrong
no.
move blowing out like
BB, you're gonna die.
What is
BB's
up with
gonna
you?
die.
We're for real players now. Are you? Because there's hatchets and tigers up there and they're strapped. You can take
How much
them
are we
out?
betting BB's
She's
gonna
take care
die?
of them.
Hurry now, through there.
Shit! No, 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 no.
For real, bro.
You knew this was gonna happen.
This is for real. You ain't a leader.
Go and eat shit.
BB,
No. Bye bye, BB. I have a feeling Colleen's gonna take care of them.
Move.
Oh my god, this son of a bitch. Go on, Colleen. Go on. Put him down. Oh, like there's many of them as well, so go on, Colleen. Waste. Oh, waste him. Oh, sugar.
BB,
You.
somebody call an ambulance. BB, come on.
I don't think there's anyone in the area.
Neither should you.
Here we go. Here we go. Well, he's got. It's true though. He's worse.
What does it matter? They're dead. They're all dead.
Come on, Danny. Come on. Oh. Oh. Sick. Oh. That's it. The effects will still be kicking in, I'm assuming. Oh boy. Oh. Here we go. He's stumbling. He's stumbling. There we go. I'm just gonna say the people spectating, I think, is a nice parallel as well to their early days. Now let's hope Danny doesn't, you know, break his leg or whatever this time, and
And you're next.
no, you're gonna get yours. Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah, break him! Break his face! You just all got owned by a badass. Sit down, rethink your life, and shut up.
Hands up! You so much as blink and we will put you down.
Misty! Misty! Oh my god, I just love her. Like, no chill attitude. It's just beautiful.
He killed baby.
I think that was always going to happen as soon as he stepped outside.
Call the Crane sisters.
Yeah, this is going to be...
Tell them to get their kit. Whatever else they need to get me ready.
You're gonna do it.
Yes!
What changed?
I've been telling Mrs. Yang to step up, help this community.
Now,
How can I expect her to listen if I won't take my own advice?
Joy. Behind you.
Oh! Good! Thank you, Joy. Oh. Oh, you are gonna... Oh, damn, he can move! Oh! Go on, Misty. Oh, damn! Oh, she did, though! She did! Oh, no!
Damn, I thought it was Davos.
What the hell are you doing?
You still helped.
We're here for Joy.
Oh my god.
Look at that, you got a party for your Joy. How awesome.
We're gonna get you some help.
Oh! Nah.
He wasn't gonna make it. It's better to put him out of his misery.
Go, man. Oh.
You're not a cop killer.
No, I'm not.
Will it hurt?
Yes. But then it will be a part of you.
Just getting some regeneration thing, especially with the fist, like, lighting up. And that quote, will it hurt? Yes. Good. Stop. He's just gonna wake up with, like... Come on, Colleen. Come on. Ooh! Oh! Son of a bitch!
Colleen?
Did it work? I mean, he still got the fist, but did it split it off or something? Yeah! Oh boy! Did split it off. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. See, Davos? Sharing is caring. Holy crap. I had a kind of feeling because the transference was underway. But it got corrupted, so I don't think it's going to be like a, you know, a computer system where... Well, no, it will be like that because you'll still get a fraction of the file you placed onto your... I'm talking computer talk, but it's kind of like that. You get a fraction of the file you were dragging over if you cancel it, or at least it does for me. So yeah, but this is gonna be fun. So both Colleen and Davos are wielding the fist. This is gonna be fun. So I think it's gotten a bit later, which is great. But holy crap, that was amazing. And I can't wait to see where things go from here. Now, I did have in light of recent news, I did have a thought going on that, what if they cancelled it because Danny's story ended? But then again, they could still continue Iron Fist, but Colleen takes over the role. But, you know, it might not sit too comfortably with a few people, who knows. But I was just wondering, like, I had a bit of conflicting thoughts, like, a small bit of conflicting thoughts, because I was thinking, what if they did cancel it because, you know, Danny's no longer the prominent role, but, you know, Iron Fist would still exist with Colleen here. And not just that, but there seems to be a bit of a gap between Iron Fist and the date they announced their cancellation. But maybe they did that for spoiler's sake, because not everyone binge watches Iron Fist, like me, for example, so, maybe they just didn't want to give any potential spoilers or something like that. They announced it right from the get-go, like, oh, season 2 is going to be the last season, so, whatever direction they're going to take this in, though, I'm very, very here for it, because of the fact that Colleen has the fist, Davos has the fist. Like I said, my transference thing, it got, shut off as soon as, you know, it was going from one person to another, so both party wins at the end of the day. And it's going to be really, really fun to see, you know, potentially Colleen and Davos go toe-to-toe, in order for, I guess, to fully get the fist out of Davos. Because, you know, just because Colleen has the fist doesn't mean, you know, Davos can keep his, you know, share. He's still going to be irresponsible. And I'm wondering if Davos's power is going to be slightly reduced now, because of course we know we've seen him pack a punch, but you know, it's not as much, like, he's just been siphoned just a tiny bit. So I'm wondering if, you know, the full potential is not going to be there, but we'll just have to wait and see when they do go toe-to-toe. And Danny's going to help, of course, I guess. I mean, he's got his sword. That's the thing, though. Colleen and Danny, role reversal. Love it. Yeah, I loved Colleen in this episode so much, and I loved how, you know, there was a lot of burden on her shoulders throughout this episode, especially from the start when Danny continued his talk about Colleen, you know, giving the fist to Colleen, and how he talked about how you know, his failure of stopping someone led to him practicing in that hideout we saw in episode 1, which I really, really love. It kind of gives me that Darth Vader Mustafar feels. For those who don't know, of course, like, we all know what happened to him in Star Wars episode 3. But he built a castle on the same planet he heavily lost to Obi-Wan on. It's kind of like that, a reflection kind of thing, to help you get better. But yeah, like I said, it was really, really great to see Danny kind of, you know, explain how his selfish reasons has made him think that Colleen has more of a deserving purpose as the Iron Fist, especially with Colleen's, you know, dedication on helping out the community. And when she reflected on what Mrs. Yang said, that's when, you know, she snapped into, you know, maybe I would be a bit of a hypocrite considering the fact that I want to help out. And, you know, it's not exactly pretty, but it will help out. Like, I'm always going to be involved in this fight anyways. That's the thing with Colleen. She's always going to be involved in the fight no matter what. But that's the thing though. Like, I want to help out, so the fist is more, like, her reasons are less selfish than Danny's, who doesn't really have a definitive purpose, whereas Colleen, you know, she can make good work with it, with her, you know, noble, heroism, I guess, going back to the whole Misty, Colleen talk. And I just really love that. I love how Misty's always there for Colleen this season. I mean, when Colleen was, you know, saying that she was worried about Danny, I think it was back in episode 5, and, you know, Colleen, Misty helped her out a bit there, and here we go again with that hero talk. And when BB died, Misty gave her a little pep up as well, saying, you know, this kind of responsibility, not everyone's going to make it out alive. We're going to take some losses. But that's the thing, you only have to try. So I really love the, you know, pep talks that Misty gave to, well, not just gave, but gives in general to Colleen. I really think that there's that nice little, mentor bond for Colleen to look up to, which is really, really great because she's lost Bakuto in a really, really draconic way, I guess. The way that relationship ended was not really, really pretty. And now Colleen has someone else to look up to in Misty, and Misty's giving all of this helpful advice, which is really, really, nice to see. So I'm really loving the kind of the mental, I guess the subtle, mentor role, because it's not like, oh, you're my new, pupil now, so yay. But she's giving all of this advice to better Colleen and better her mentality, because her mentality is, she does feel a huge amount of burden, like we've seen in this episode. Like, she beat herself up about BB's death. She had no idea on what to do with, Danny putting the fist on her. And even Misty said, I know you're a great person. I'm just thinking back to when, Colleen said, I think, our relationship is the strongest, yet I hardly know you. Going back to the whole teacher thing. But yeah, going when Misty said, I think you would be great as the Iron Fist. I thought that was really, really great. So I'm really loving the discussions Misty and Colleen are having this season. And of course, going to the whole situation regarding her co-brush thing when it was revealed that her mother gave it off as a way to get brought into America, in that weird currency thing, of course. Which I kind of had the assumption at first, but, she confirmed, I don't know if she said this, before, but, before season 2, but she confirmed her mother died, but apparently not, so even your mother can wiggle out of the death, thing in the I don't know what to describe it, but she can wiggle out of death, so woo. Though, if they do get to reconnect, I have no idea when, because, of course, we know Iron Fist is done. Like I said, I'm hoping my Hire for Heroes thing suggestion does crop up, because that way we get to see more Colleen, more Danny potentially, so we'll just wait and see. But if, Colleen does meet up with her mother, that's going to be a bit awkward, despite the fact that she has stated that her relationship with her mother is the strongest. But there's that lie, there's that deception that her mother gave to Colleen, thinking she passed away when she's alive and well. So, yeah, there's going to be a bit of strain there, but we'll figure something out. Don't you just love mother or parent child relationships in Netflix Marvel, because they always tend to be very, very comfortable, or always, don't they? Turk returning, of course. I mean, I should have clicked, to be fair, when Walker was like, I know a guy. So whenever someone says, I know a guy, Turk. Yeah, it was just great seeing him helping out Ward and Walker. And it was great to see Joy as well, kind of, I don't know, stand up a bit, for herself. I mean, she was faced with, she had so much courage when, Davos confronted her about the ball, and when she confessed everything came out. She deflected Davos's accusations, but Davos saw right through her. I see right through your disguise. But I was a bit worried. I was a bit ready for Joy to die, but she just held on. But can't say the same for Davos's sidekick or Davos's rat. Davos's, I don't know, put a derogatory term for him, away, cause he's a weasel. There we go. Davos is weasel. Yeah, same can't be said for him, since, Walker put him out of his misery, to quote. But what she's gonna do with Misty is, beyond me. It would be a bit of a shit show if something happened to Misty on a show that is not hers. So I don't think anything too fatal's going to happen to Misty. So maybe you might want to be concerned with Walker, and because, she's been a star, character in this show. So I'm wondering what's going to happen to her. Because, like I said, I think it would be a bit of I don't know, an unethical thing. If you were to, let's say the worst thing to happen to Misty was death. I think that would be a bit disrespectful, maybe. I wouldn't say disrespectful, but it would be, you know, good if you decided to kill her off on a show that wasn't hers. So, like, for example, people might watch Luke Cage, but might not watch Iron Fist, and they're going to be like, oh, what the hell's happened to Misty? Oh, she's dead. So, yeah, she just died on another show, so there's that. So I don't think anything fatal's going to... She might be a bit messed up, especially with Walker there, but I don't think anything too fatal's going to happen to Misty, so we can rest assured. Not too sure, like, I don't know how Davos and Colleen and Danny's predicament is going to conclude. But at the moment, Ward and Joy are at a distance from Davos. So we can be a bit cautious with that, because like I said, I've had my death flags waved out for either of the Meachams. And they seem to be a bit of a distance, but Davos could make a grand escape, and then we're going to have to deal with him one final time. So we'll just have to wait and see where that goes. But for now, they are safe in my book. So I'm thinking, if they are safe for now, they're probably going to kind of rekindle potentially, especially with, you know, their strain this season. And, you know, now Ward has come and collected Joy and took care of her. There might be that, you know, kind of rekindling. So we'll just have to wait and see how that does play out. The Davos-Danny fight as well was superb. I have to say though, like I said, I think I definitely said it in my reaction because I just wanted to point it out. But with the people at the community spectating on, you know, Davos and Danny duking it out, I thought that was a nice little parallel to back in Kunlun when, you know, you had Davos's father and mother there, observing the two fight to determine who would face Xiao Lao. So I thought that was a nice little parallel, kind of, with people observing, including Mrs. Yang, observing Davos and Danny in a nice open space as well. So, yeah, it's a nice little parallel. Not as, you know, lucrative, Davos and, well, it kind of is, but I think, facing the dragon is a bit more of an achievement, than, you know, just ripping the fist away from someone else. But I'm glad that Danny does see that, you know, okay, I don't deserve the fist, I'll admit that, but neither do you. So, which prompts his idea to why Colleen should hold it, because she's more deserving of the fist than Danny is. But yeah, it was really, really great to see everything go down. There was quite a few deaths. Like I said, Davos's weasel. BB, I had a feeling he was going to die as soon as he stepped out those doors and, you know, the gang was there. It's like, oh, we forgive you, man. No, that was never going to happen, so bye-bye, BB. What else? Oh, yeah, the guy who was acting like an arrogant prick, back in episode 4, one of the Hatchets, the main Hatchets, he died. Like I said, that was never going to go down well as well. Like, Davos with the fist against you. Your funeral. But overall, I thought this was really, really great, especially the focus on Colleen in this episode and how, you know, there was a lot of things kicking her rear end, but she was able to power through that in the end, I guess. All of those obstacles. Especially the decisive one about should she hold the fist or not, because like it's been stated, she eventually came around after taking Mrs. Yang's advice, and she was thinking, I'm not going to be a hypocrite over that, so let's fist it up, yay. Like I said, I'm honestly so excited to see how that goes into the final episode. I'm so pumped to see, you know, not only what Colleen can do with the fist, but how they're going to transition that to the future, potentially, because Iron Fist Season 3 is obviously not happening. Heroes for Hire could potentially work, but we'll just have to wait and see what the future is for the Luke Cage side of things. Like, will Danny show up more regularly with Colleen? Yeah, I'm just wondering how they're going to cap it off, and, like, if Danny is somehow going to get the fist back, because Danny is the main star of the show. Even though he's rejected the idea of owning the fists back, you know, it's gonna be, it would be a bit weird, but like I said, it all goes back to the cancellation, but I don't think that was deliberate, so, We'll just have to wait and see. I'm just trying to think of everything else that I think I picked up on everything. Like I said, it was great to see a focus on Colleen in this episode and how a lot of stuff burdened her. Danny pressuring her with the fist. And, you know, how she got a lot of relief from Misty, which I really, really appreciated so much. Like I said, I think that's been an ongoing thing this season, Misty comforting Colleen in the most, you know, heaviest times for her. But this was the big one, especially with the fist, because that's a huge responsibility. And Colleen is a very, very, you know, decent, humble soul that, you know, does deserve it, but Colleen's mind and our minds are not the same, so Colleen, you know, is just a bit skeptical about this whole situation, understandably so, especially with how she's been, you know, a bit she's tippy-toey around the idea of, you know, fighting, but like I said, that's always going to come to her, fist on no fist, so yeah. But yeah, that was fantastic, and I can't wait to see what happens in the final episode ever of Iron Fist. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check the videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Pizza channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!